Hi and welcome. This is the third part in the Workflow and After Effects series. Today I'll be showing you just some quick tips, not any specific plugins or scripts. These real cool quick tips should help you speed up your workflow in After Effects. So let's get started. In After Effects, I'm just going to make a new composition to show you what I'll be doing. It's, let's start with making a new solid. I'll be showing you some cool features some people don't know of with the mask tool. So I'm going to make a real quick representation of a TV screen. Whoops, text message. TV screen. I'm gonna import some footage. So an alien, tap S for scale and scale it down just a bit. So let's say you want to have a close-up of this alien in our TV screen. We'll have to make a mask to mask off the footage we don't need. So I'm going to draw a real quick mask on top of our footage. Alright, so that's our mask. Now the first thing I want to show you is the transform tool for mask. So when I tap V for just a regular selection tool, when I select the mask and double tap on a point, I get this transformation tool which I can use to transform the mask, so I can scale up the mask or change the position or rotate the mask without affecting the footage. Let's just undo these things. Like this. Okay, so that's the first quick tip. Second quick tip is the pan behind tool. So let's say we don't want this alien to be just in this in this way. So maybe just move the footage down. So with the pan behind tool and the layer selected with the mask on, I can drag the footage around in the mask. The mask stays at the same place, but the footage changes position. Real quick tip. That is it for the mask tool. Second quick tip is gonna make a new composition. Is the how we can store 3D information in pre-compositions and tell After Effects how to interpret the 3D information in a second pre-composition. So let's start by making a real quick cube. We'll have to make a cube of 400 by 400 pixels. So first make a white solid, change color real quick. So a white solid of 400 by 400 pixels. First real important thing is make it 3D, obviously. Then tap P for position, Z depth 200 pixels, because 400 divided by 2 is 200. So now the previous anchor point is perfectly in the middle. So Control D to duplicate the solid, tap P again, and now we're going to put the Z depth in minus 200. Alright, so I'm going to change views to custom view so we can see what we're doing. Tap C for the camera tool, and now when we drag, we can rotate in 3D space to see what we're doing. Okay, so now for the magic, let's make a null object, make the null object also 3D. And now we're going to select these two solids and parent them to this null object. Now select all layers, so the two solids with the null point. Control D for duplicate layers, move them up just for the actually I'm just going to change the colors real quick so you can see what we're doing here. So select this null point, tap R for rotation, and we're going to rotate the y-axis a 90 degrees, so you can see what we're doing here. 90 degrees. Okay, so now we have a open cube, so we still need to have the top. So select the yellow layers, Control D again for duplicate, move them up, doesn't matter really. Go to change the color for you guys so it's more clear. Select the blue null point, tap rotate. Whoops, wrong rotation. Actually, just going to do it manually, easier. So 90 degrees. And now when we have the camera tool and we drag around, we have a perfect cube inside of After Effects. So now we have all these layers, and it's pretty complicated which is which, and they're all parented to each other and not really easy to use. So I'm going to select all these guys and pre-compose them into a 3D cube. Now After Effects just made this a pre-composition in a 2D layer. So first thing we need to do is make it 3D. So now we have a 3D object, but when we rotate around this, you can see there's no cube, it's just a flat representation of our pre-composition. So now we need to tell After Effects how to interpret this pre-composition and tell it that it has to actually look inside the composition and look for 3D layers and let us manipulate their properties inside this pre-composition. So just gonna tap this little sunny logo, which stands for collapse transformation for comp layers. So voila, and now we have our layer. It's just one simple pre-composition, which is a cube, which we can now also move the position, rotate, stuff like that. Okay, so now also I'm going to show you some problems you may encounter. So let's add a light. Make it a spotlight, why not? Intensity 100%. Voila. Alright, so first thing is you get these really crazy edges around the solid. So quick tip for that is go inside the pre-comp, select the solids, only the solids, tap as for scale and scale them up 100, let's say 2%, so they're a little bit bigger. That's too much, should be less. So make it 100.5. Depends on the size of the solid. Make it less, 100. All right. Alright, now let's say I'm going to put a solid behind this cube and we want to drop a shadow of the cube on top of the solid. Let me show you, make this real quick, 2000 by 2000, so it's a big solid. Make it a 3D solid and move this guy all the way up here. So, no solid. Then if we go to the pre-comp and we should expect a material properties tab, it's not there, so we need to go inside the pre-comp and say to each individual layer it has to cast a shadow. Now why this is because After Effects, well, we're telling After Effects to look inside the pre-comp for all the properties it needs. So this is actually just a folder structure and all the options are still on the pre-comp. So alright, that's that. And then for the second quick tips, third quick tips, make a new pre-comp is, let's say you're drawing a shape layer, let's say a polygon type. So just drag one here. Actually, if you hold Control, Shift, you draw the shape layer in the center of your cursor, and when you, whoops, so like this, and when you hold Shift, it stays straight, so don't rotate. So like this, and if you scroll the mouse wheel, you get more points or less points. So say triangle, square, octagon, hexagon, or maybe a polygon circle if you want one. Same goes with the star tool. So, whoops, create a star. more stars. And if you hold control, you can actually control how long the spikes of the stars are. Okay, so those are some quick tips. What else can I tell you about shape layers? Maybe show you how to make a quick grid or a circle. So let's, for instance, say I'm going to draw a real quick circle. Going to, yeah, anchor point is in the middle. So you've got these, when you select the shape layer tool, you get this small button here that says add. And here you can actually add modifiers on top of your shape object. So when we drag and drop or click a repeater on it, you get this extra tab for the repeater. So you've got these number of copies and a transform tab. Now we can set the position, but let's say we wanted to make a circle. Position is 0, then rotate these guys in a circle. The anchor point determines how big the circle is. So also you can make a spiral, so let's crank up these copies a lot. So in combination with the rotation and the position, you can get this trolley effect. So another quick tip. Hope you enjoyed this this lesson. If you like my tutorials, give me a Facebook page like at facebook.com/likedesign to get more updates on tutorials and free stuff coming up. So thank you for watching. Bye.